Hello, good morning, and welcome to this beautiful day. You're watching Don't Trade here live on RSTV, and my name is Goku Eyada. River State is fast becoming a theater of political absurdities. Almost daily, we are rudely exposed to legislative and judicial shenanigans where truth and democratic principles are traded for lies and deceit as political gladiators battle to control the nerve center of government. Do we have a legitimate House of Assembly or not? Why is the federal judiciary in Abuja churning out suspicious and controversial judgments against the River State government, despite courts and coordinated jurisdictions, giving different judgments sitting here in Port Harcourt? Why is everybody interested in the politics of Port Harcourt? My guest this morning is the immediate past chairman of the Degema local government area. He's an educator and the executive director of the Professional Golfers Association of Nigeria, Dr. Tony Philmoore. Tony Philmoore, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So today we are going to take a look at the some of these issues affecting us as the people. We are going to take a look at the political turmoil in the state and then the way forward. But before we continue, I'd like to ask you this question. In your own words, how would you describe the political situation in River State?
Well, first, you must know that River State is strategic. River State is one of these states that can even move up to control some other states, not one or two, maybe 3 to 4 other states. Therefore, River State is considered to be strategic. For us back here in River State, we are very happy that we are Rivers indigenous brothers and sisters. And so our strategic location is a design by God, and which is why God has given us the kind of governor He has given us. And we're very happy.
Okay, so we are very happy with the governor. Now, you were, should I say, a very strong ally of the immediate past governor, Wike. Why did you change your allegiance to Governor Fubara?
I never changed. I'm still the same. The truth remains that it was the same former governor who sold the current governor to us. And he has never told us to forget about him or not to follow him again. He remains the governor, duly elected governor. In fact, we were recently revalidated by the Supreme Court. And therefore, he's therefore our governor. Will continue to follow him. But again, the way things are today, even if His Excellency Ian Wike comes back to say we should forget about our governor, we will not. We will hold him with our hands tight around him, because we have seen that he's a man that has humility. He is a man personified in humility. He is a man who is unassuming. He is a man who is so calm and collected and calculated. And therefore, and more so, his passion, his empathy for the people, you will see it, which is why during Christmas, this is something that has never happened since, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was Odili, His Excellency Odili, that did the Christmas package that time. Or throughout the subsequent the other governors, none of them took care of the civil servants. Today, civil servants are happier and they are impressed with what he's doing. He took care of them during Christmas. He made civil servants realize that this money is actually for the people of River State and not for any single individual. So we're happy with him.
Okay, so if you're watching this program, you're watching the Don't Train Young live on RSTV. We'll just go on a short break and we'll come back. The program will continue. All right, you're welcome back. As I said, we are watching this program here live on ICT, and I have Dr. Philmoore, the immediate past chairman of the Degema LGA here as my guest. And we're taking a look at the state of affairs in Rivers State. You served under Wiki as the chairman then. Now, how do you think Wiki will handle the current chairman, serving chairman, for the blatant show of disloyalty to the governor if you were in sales position?
Well, that's a wonderful question. I must tell you that Wike is a different kind of leader. Sim is also a different one. But don't forget, as soon as Wike took over office then, he dissolved the existing local government councils with chairmen and councillors. He dissolved them, they took the matter to court. And they were in court until their tenure ended. Whether or not they were paid, we do not know. But that was the time of Wike. Today, people are now calling for local government elections. And they have now forgotten. He is also calling for elections, that local government elections should come up sometime in May. But don't forget, this is politics. We're talking about structures. The local governments need a lot for politicians. When you have the local government chairman and councillors, then you know you're on the right direction, you're on the right path to political success. Therefore, how can you, when you have local government chairmen who are even coming up to insult a sitting governor, not even himself, it's the office they're insulting. Have the local government chairman twice elected, I never had any day even thought of insulting a governor or insulting that office, that exalted office. Today is being seen like, oh, because of the humble posture of the governor, they treat it anyhow, to the extent a local government chairman will come and call the governor and his position names. One thing he do not know is, or they do not know is, they are not insulting the man who is there. They are insulting Rivers people. They are insulting God, who ordained that person to be in that office. For me, the time for election hasn't come. If my former governor, it took him 2 years to make the decision to bring about a local government election, why won't Sim also do his calculation and also see that he finds the money necessary to conduct an election before embarking on such an election? For me, he requires at least 1 year or a year and a half to think about elections. Because after elections, you'll be talking about costs. He had just ended his final lap of elections. And so he needs time to relax and ponder on what next to do. The times are hard. Times are really, really hard. The thing here is the Rivers people. The Rivers people should come first. And in the hearts of everybody should be Rivers people first. Not election. What is it that they are calling for elections the way they are calling? Why didn't they do so when the former governor was on seat? Why didn't they do so? Where were they? And so why is the call now? Why? They should give him time. Let him also see what revenues there is, what areas. We have a lot of problems of insecurity. He's trying to make sure these things are fully covered. And insecurities that we're talking about today they are engineered by persons. So for us, let him take his time to think about local government elections. When they finish their tenure, let them go if they have to. But if it were me, I'll probably think otherwise.
Okay, so if it were you, definitely there's not going to be a local government election at the end of their term. So what are we going to do? What are you going to do, considering the pressure from the House of Assembly, churning out laws, trying to compel the governor to conduct election, and even when he refused to sign they vetoed, his signature with their legislative powers. So what are you going to do?
Well, first, let me say this. We elected them into that Hello channel. They didn't consult us when they were changing, when they took that decision to change from umbrella to broom. Nobody consulted us. And you know the implication of that. Now, there is the legitimacy question. Is there? We should stop denying it or behaving as though that does not exist. It exists.
Yes, but the government hasn't taken them to court. Nobody has taken them to court, challenging their legitimacy.
No, I cannot sit here and say that nobody has taken them to court. We are very much aware that their case is in court. We're also aware that PDP, as a party on whose platform they became elected, has already also are in court. And so it calls to question their actions. It calls to question. But again, let me revisit that local government election. Elections are based on availability of funds. I was an executive chairman. When you clamor for things to be done, it's the funds I have that the council has that will bring about that business. Election cannot take less than 2.5 billion. If I'm not making any mistake, where is the fund for it? Times are hard. Families are crying. Families are suffering. His priority today is to see how we can ameliorate the suffering of people, not this kind of elections that are wholly political in nature.
Okay, that's quite interesting. If you're watching this program, remember our numbers are school in there. You can call when the lines are open. We'll tell you and you can call, and then also ask questions or comments, on what we're talking about. But remember to walk away from the phone before you call, and also be kind with your words. It's a beautiful morning. It's a Monday morning. Let us not start it with a war. Okay. Now, that politics is giving and receiving, give and you take. What do Governor Fubra's supporters expect from him? Considering what they actually think to benefit from him, considering the fact that the structures are basically not his own.
The truth is this: today, our amiable governor, Sir Asim Fubara, is governor of GSSRS, is governor of Rivers State. Whether he was a politician or not, today he's a politician. Therefore, the time is now to start strengthening all structures loyal to him. Because, you see, I'm from the riverine side of Rivers State. Ordinarily, we would have started to be governor 1999, but we didn't. We said no. Somebody from Upland should be. The man ruled well, and we were all happy with him. In fact, today he is the father of Rivers politics, I should say. After him, normally it should have gone back to the riverine area. Instead, it was given to an Upland man again. And instead of it going back after that person's 8 years, it again went back to the Upland. And this time they say, oh, it's now based on senatorial district basis. So now what are we saying? Where the current governor comes from is a district that has never produced a governor. Now they have got him. It is our duty, the Rivers West Senatorial District, to support him everywhere we can, not just for this tenure, for a second tenure, just so that we too will be seen as making a legitimate demand to become governors after him.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is Rivers West had the governor. Rivers.
We started first.
You started first. The person of Odili.
Yes.
And after him, he went to Amici, from Rivers East, Southeast, and
yes.
then he went to Wiki from another district. And now it's Rivers. Okay. So at the end, it should go back to the
It should go back to the
rivers,
and it will be the turn of the
west.
of the riverine part of Rivers West.
Okay, that's not a problem. That's not what we're actually talking about this morning. But we're looking at this from this way. What's happening right now in the state? I don't know. Some people think that you say Lao Tzu, the Chinese philosopher, said, "In the art of war, know your enemy." So and then Governor Philmoore kept thanking Tinubu for wading into the political crisis in the state. So some people think Tinubu is not Philmoore's friend, considering the 8-point agenda and all the things he orchestrated for them to sign. So, in your opinion, would you consider Tinubu as a friend of Philmoore?
I wouldn't want to say that 100% because there is this political divide. Yes, after elections is governance, and the president is now seen as president of all. There's no doubt about that. We as supporters, we also feel that resolution, that
presidential order,
I should call it order or proclamation, is over-tilted. It's over-tilted, but like my governor would say, there is no price too high to pay for peace, and he's implementing them one after the other. Even though the people are not happy, still implementing them. Otherwise, one would have said jettison it and chart your own course. After all, we were made to understand that the position of the governor is very powerful. More so, the governor has immunity.
Just as the president.
Just as the president, to do whatever he wants to do. I mean, I can't understand why people would think that what is good for one shouldn't be good for the other. I can't understand it. If president thinks that, okay, the assembly members who defected to be APC members is correct. Okay, then also allow him to decide what happens now in his state. Not to continue to support them, give them strength to be doing what they are doing. Imagine a governor appointed persons on acting capacity, and you are frowning. Acting capacity, not substantive, and you are frowning. Then continue to frown. For me, if I'm governor, I will continue to do what I'm doing. Frown. Okay. Because if they were there, they would have done worse things. But what he did is not as though it's even new. When the immediate past governor was governor, he did the same thing. So what is new about it? Why is it that one will do it and it's okay, and the other will do it and you say no? Why? So please, I want to tell him, whatever you know that is right and good for the people of Rivers State, do it.
Okay, I think I'll be having calls. Let me just take a few of them here. Hello, good morning. Yeah, I lost that caller. Please, you can call now, but as we said, move away from the TV so that we don't have any howling. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Lost that caller. Okay, so basically, you will consider Tinubu as the friend of the government with a pinch of salt.
Yes, that's what I. Yeah.
All right, so let me take this up. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome. Please turn down the volume.
Good morning. Good morning.
Please, I want to ask one question. Because the way that the last time was going to be there are two factions, which is the I'm asking the governor not to act at the legislative level, and just trying to weak. Expanding that right, not power to become nobody toys with it. But you see this, our government that we are seeing. You know, this information on the cover about calling for this English. You know, this kind of thing, you need to just like just say something.
Thank you for calling. Actually, here we are talking about unification. We're not talking about division. We don't want to polarize River State at all. Governor Sim has a lot of support from the upland area. And even when Mutele was there, he had a lot of support. I remember from the Marine areas. He was even given the chieftaincy title in, I think it was in Obama. Yeah, so we've lived together as one, and then I think we'll continue to live together by God's grace. So let us not polarize the state with politics. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, so let's, we're still talking about this course more stuff. Hello, good morning. Yeah, you're welcome, my brother. Go ahead. Yeah. Good morning. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's give others opportunities to call.
Before the elections, you saw the houses. You can do it by the houses. You don't have to go because it's not very clear. You don't fear the this is the best situation. What's happening now? What's happening now?
Thank you so much.
This is the position. You guys should help us.
He's hearing you even now. Thank you, sir. He's hearing you even now. Thanks for calling. You know, a lot of people are upset, they are angry, and they want to talk and talk and talk and talk. But, you know, we still need to discuss. We're talking about, you know, Tinubu becoming a friend of our governor. Is he a friend or a foe? Now, you know, continue on that part. I'd like to ask this question, you know, in your opinion now, you know, which of these would you say is the, it seems number one enemy? Is our governor's number one enemy? Number one, President Tinubu. Number two, you know, the former governor, Yeson Wike. Number three, the Rivers State House of Assembly. And number four, Philmoore himself. Who would you consider as his number one enemy? His number one, the one that is slowing him down the most?
Well, first, I want to tell you, our governor has no enemy. And that must be made clear. He's a man who is very receptive. He's a man who has resigned to fate, so to speak, because he believes that God is the author and finisher of our faith. And so he has no enemy. What you are witnessing today is a creation by the immediate past governor. You can't tell me that House of Assembly members that we elected under the platform of a PDP, we went canvassed for, voted for, now defected to APC. People you handpicked yourself. He handpicked them. You want to make Rivers people believe that you are unaware of their actions. I find that very hard to believe, because these persons, the commissioners, the assembly members were handpicked. So if they are giving problems or challenges, if there are challenges they are giving to His Excellency, which we all know, recent one they say they are frowning. They are frowning. The people he handpicked and said these people will bring peace in Rivers State, they are the ones frowning at our governor, elected governor, God-given governor to Rivers people. Is he also saying that as they are frowning, he did not see their face frowning?
Or he's not aware?
Or that simply means whether he's not aware, he's aware. These are people he handpicked. And which is why, during their revalidation, the GDI revalidation, they all went, including commissioners serving under a sitting governor will not attend his programs. Where does it happen? Where? As a local government chairman, you're my supervisor, and you don't attend my function, the following morning, you are gone. You are gone. I was only late 5 minutes to a meeting called by His Excellency, and he gave order that every local government chairman must remain in his local government. By the time I could come from Degema to Port Harcourt, I was only 5 minutes late. I was suspended immediately by Governor Wike. So if one takes action, it's good. If the other takes, is bad. No, now. What is good for the gander is good for the goose. So please, sir, sin does not have any enemy. Till date that I'm talking with you, that till date he still calls the immediate past governor my oga. That's not a man that sees him as enemy. It's not a man that sees him as enemy. He calls him my oga. See the respect. Some of the things that the immediate past governor use normally by the office, he can say, please stop using them. But the governor still enjoys those things. Let me remind us. When the immediate past governor took over office, the first thing he did was to start revoking CFOs. If you remember, how many CFOs, that is a certificate of occupancy, has governors formally revoked? Even when this whole trouble started, all he was asking is, please, what have I done? Where have I gone wrong? Does that sound like somebody who wants to fight or create enemies? So let's call a spade a spade. We're all in this state. The truth is, my dear friend, now you are my dear friend and brother, sir, please, where there is no peace, there will be no development. You promised some time ago that you will make the state ungovernable. Maybe this is what you are trying to do. But please remember, no human being is God. Power is given by God and God alone. And sometimes, if I may ask, why are you doing all these things? You've been a chairman, two-time chairman, you've been a chief of staff, you've been a minister, and you're a minister now again. What is your interest? Do you want to fight for the president? Are you doing all this to fight against Mr. President? If not so, please do have a rethink.
Okay, our time is almost up, so I'll take this one last question. So what is the way forward for your state? What is the role Rivers People can play, in finding a lasting peace for all this?
First rule, the assembly members should understand that people respect them because they were elected. They should understand that the governor, that seat, the man who is there was duly elected. And so they should accord him that respect. And let them see how they will come to a common ground to harmonize what differences they have and work as one. The way past assembly members have worked with their governors. This man is a peace-loving man. They should take advantage of that and see that peace is in Rivers State and that development in no time will also go. In fact, let me even ask this question. Is this a strategy for the riverine areas not to develop? Or what is it? We all supported the development of the upland, Port Harcourt, everybody were enjoying it because we live here. So why won't other areas be connected? Please, find peace with your governor and let peace return to Rivers State. Then, as Rivers people, we elected you. We also have the power to withdraw you. Let that be fully said. Take it. We also have the power to withdraw you. Some of you had only about 5,000 votes. We can sign up papers and withdraw you. After all, you never consulted us. You are doing this for your own interest, not for the interest of Rivers people. So please, and please, make peace.
Okay, let me take this last cover here. Hello, good morning. Okay, I have just how many more minutes? I have just a minute more, so let me see if I can take this call to the end of this minute. Hello, good morning. Okay, so please, you have 30 seconds to say what you have to say. Go ahead.
And again, all African people, we should all work with very sensible, without any distortion. And the federal government of the state, we are still the state of the state, not the state of the in your time, we are not the state of the if only you can think back as Rivers people in 2014, 2015, and it is said, if you don't give power to Wike, you will regret it. It was just people and media. We were seeing that mountain then. We keep now and even James. But what was starting, we were taking up to him as a person. Because the money is used to do that, it is that money. What is the moment? He has been the one of himself. All the capacity of the world, he is the highest of the company, not the aspect. So this is still a way. We need ethics, we need not just work of fact. We have to do it. Let them to work as a level state.
All right. Thanks for calling. So thanks for coming around.
Thank you very much for having
Dr.
me.
Philmoore. For the past 45 minutes or so, we'll be talking with Dr. Philmoore, who is the immediate past chairman of the Local Government Area. We're taking a look at the state of affairs, of River State, politically, economically, and overall. And I thank you so much for also calling. Please don't go away. Our programs continue here on RSTV. My name is Gugu Eyala. So thanks for watching.